we didn't see. You might notice we don't have the water shot at the moment, but the jet ski got cleaned up. Our man Seamus was on the back of the ski chasing the water angle. A little bit too focused on the wave that the rider was and didn't see the washout set, and the jet ski right across the rocks. Thankfully, both Seamus and the local jet ski driver are safe, but that explains why we don't have the water angle at the moment. They're frantically trying to fix the jet ski, and Seamus is just dusting off the injuries and getting back out there. He's a trooper, isn't he?
Well, I know for sure as soon as they can get back out there, they'll be out there with the water view, and that's always a treat for us here on the IBA World Tour. So, Seamus, get ready, get back out there into the lineup. So, currently in the water, we do have heat number 5, round number 1. In the red jersey, you're going to see the Brazilian Gilherme Tamega. In the white jersey, Aussie Damian King. In yellow from Hawaii, David Hubbard, and from the Reunion Island, another wild card, Yoan Florentin. So these guys are ready to rock and roll. 23 minutes and 35 seconds left in this heat of this 25-minute heat. Again, these guys are going for first and second, third, and fourth place points. They're going to try to get first place. When you get first place, you get 6 points. In second place, you're going to get 4 points, third place 2, and fourth place 1 point. Those points will be added up and on the leaderboard standings. And I'm sorry, right there, right off the bat, the local rider, Yoan Florentin, with a nice roll.
Yeah, only a short wave, Manny, but a nice little roll. I think we'll see it again. We've got some waves coming out the back. And here we have Damian King, 2-time world champion, looking for something. Under the barrel, very nice. Oh, good start to the heat for Damian. He needed that. His confidence has been down a little. He had some tough results earlier in the year, but he'll be happy with that start. We haven't seen many barrels today, Manny, so I think the judges will like that. Let's have a look at this again.
So Kingy comes around this section and sees the wave forming up perfectly. So you can see him come up onto the face and just, I mean, his lines are perfect when it comes to barrel riding. Damian King, one of the best barrel riders in the world. And you can see him perfect line coming out of the barrel. And unfortunately, this section did not do what he wanted it to do for that bank reverse, and out the back he goes. So not a bad wave for Damian King to start off this heat. And Yoan Florentin, again, these two guys going wave for wave in the beginning of this heat. Heat number 5, round number 1. So there you have it. Nonstop action with the riders in the water. This guy in the white jersey, Damian King.
Yeah, look, Kingy, again, 2-time world champion. At the moment, sitting on 19th. He's a lot of pressure on him at this event. He needs a good result to assure himself or put himself back in contention for that top 16 finish for the tour, which will ensure that he'll be here again next year. So, look, as I said, Kingy, he got that first wave, waiting for scores to drop, but it was a nice barrel. I think we'll see those scores drop shortly. But look, Kingy, we've seen some classic heats in the. If you go back in history, Tamega and King, we've seen some classic heats, and let's see what they produce today. But they've got a very friendly rivalry, these two. They've been around a long time and surfed in some of the more memorable events in bodyboarding history, and they've had some classic clashes at Pipeline. And here they are at Reunion Island. It's a different perspective. And so we've got the scores there. Still waiting for Damian King's score to drop. But the local boy, Yoan Florentin, received a 5.25 for that roll he did. And I guess you'd expect Kingy's barrel to score higher than that, but the judge is still deliberating over that, and we'll wait and see. But look, a very interesting here. Said he got Tamega, who's still very much in contention for the World Tour this year, to win the World Tour. And then at the other end of the spectrum, you have someone like Kingy fighting for survival. And then you've got the local boy, Yoan Florentin, just here wanting to show the world his skills and his local break. And said, to me, Dave Hubbard, and you speak to the competitors, they say the same thing. He's probably the most unpredictable rider on tour. He's so talented and can bust the most outrageous moves in any conditions. And I know people are always watching Dave because you don't know what he's going to do, but when he turns it on, he can really turn it on.
All right, so to be crowned world champion, 2011 IBA World Tour champion, what are we looking at?
Well, it's an 8-stop tour, so it's your best 5 results of the 8. So it becomes quite strategic now. A lot of people are looking at what event results are keepers, what are throwaways, and again, we're still with 3 events to remaining. There's still a lot of points on offer. But it's at 8 results, 8 events, top 5 scores go through. And we have some action out the back, Manny, in the red.
All right, looks like Gilherme Tamega's first wave of the heat comes around this section, dumps all over him around. I mean, he comes around the section and he finds a section and pulls a roll, slides under the barrel, and pulls another roll, fights his way through the whitewash. What looked like could be, a throwaway wave, ends up being a nice solid wave. So here it is again, Gilherme Tamega dropping in. I thought this wave was over, but his skills, his talent brings him all the way around that section into a nice clean section to pull a roll, nice frothy white watery area, lands almost in the barrel and punches through for another roll right there. Gilherme Tamega just fighting his way, making it out in front. Look at this, a right-hander, Damian King.
Yeah, looking good. Kingy was talking about searching these rights, but didn't do it for him. The first wave score has dropped. Damian opened up with a 6.0, which puts him in first position. Still waiting for Gilherme Tamega's wave to drop, wave score to drop. But at the moment, Damian King first place, Yoan in second, Tamega in third, and Dave Hubbard yet to score.
All right, so while we're waiting for the scores to drop, we got the winner of the last heat was Shaggy. Shaggy, where you at, brother?
Hey, Manny, I'm here with Jeff. Jeff just won the last heat. Congratulations, bro.
Thanks, Shaggy. Yeah, it was pretty tough out there. I mean, the wind's blowing real strong, so the lips are a little frothy, and it's, there's some rogue sets, so it's all over the place. I was just trying to get my score, just trying to build a little house there, and could never get past that 5-point range, which is kind of frustrating. I just wanted to kind of open up at the end of the heat, and yeah, just couldn't really get much. But I was stoked to come over with a win, and yeah, it's cool. I've been here in a reunion for like a week already, and it's been so nice. A beautiful island and some pretty sick waves. That's a lot of fun, a lot of swell. That swells like every day, and so that's pretty awesome. Just having a great time here.
That's awesome, man. And well, you've won the first heat now, and now you can relax a little bit for round 2. And you want to say hello to anybody out there?
Yeah, I just want to say hi to my wife, my lovely wife Heather. Hi, love you. Hope you're doing good, and just the rest of my family back on Kauai and all over there, all my fans and everyone. Aloha, guys. How's it?
Cool. Thanks, Jeff. And back to you, Manny.
Well, Jeff Hubbard is, sitting pretty right now, and he has really white teeth.
He does. It's that foundation he wears too looks amazing. But no, that's his zinc. Wherever he's in the world, he's got that zinc on. He obviously looks after his skin, and as you say, he obviously looks after his $1 million smile as well. But no, he's a legend of the sport and a legend of a person. He's a great ambassador for the sport of bodyboarding, and a 2-time world champion, 3-time pipeline champion. He's done it all.
Well, he's sitting really good right now for a world title win in this 2011 World Tour. And you know what? I've been traveling with these guys throughout the entire year, and I have to give these guys credit. They are physically fit, and just the torture your body goes through when you're traveling, across a ton of time zones. Gilherme Tamega, one of the most physically fit bodyboarders on the tour. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, Tamega, he's 38 years of age. He's been there forever, 6 world titles, and he, as you said, he's just a ball of muscle. He's so fit, and again, just such a passionate, driven person, and the ultimate competitor. He loves competition. He loves that competitive element. He's got the fire inside him, and especially when the waves turn on, he's the man. Like what we saw, his antics in Arica, Chile.
Yes.
I don't think many people will forget for a long time. He, rolling that final section, the emotion he showed, the dedication he showed, and how much it means to him to do well in this tour was great. But look, we've got some sets rolling in out the back, but as I said, nothing on offer at the moment. But as we sit looking at the scoreboard, we have Damian King in first position, Manny. It's still 15 minutes to go. He has 2 scores and a total score of only 7. Yoan Florentin, the local man in blue, he's on 6.35. GT, just the one way with a 4.25. And Dave Hubbard in yellow, the Hawaiian, only the one way with a score of 2.0. So he's got his work cut out ahead of him. But look, he only needs a 5, and he's in first position. So this is a very close heat. It's all open. And, with 15 minutes to go, it's anybody's.
We are here live at the Nissan Reunion Bodyboard Pro, brought to you by Continental at the break Les Arches, I believe. Les Arches.
Yeah, I again consulted a couple of locals and worked on that this morning. I think that's pretty close, Manny.
Oh, man.
Leache, I think, is
Leache.
what they're throwing out there. But look, it's an amazing place. You know, right here, right in Reunion Island. I'd never been here before. You know, bodyboarders would have seen the history of this event. But then if you have a look, here we have a great graphic of the world map sitting there in the Indian Ocean off the coast of Africa near Mauritius. For the guys from Australia, it was a 12-hour direct flight. There we have the break there from a great aerial view. But to me, Manny, it's a great blend of African culture. But before we go, Yoan Florentin, the local man, sits it very high, but incomplete, unlucky.
Really not much there for Yoan Florentin. He was trying to make something happen, but the wave, the lip just absolutely died on him, and his maneuver just actually just became dismantled and not very clean. And lucky for him that, well, unfortunately for him, there was not much there for him. But here we go, Damian King.
He's found another nice wave there, spinning, waiting for it to present itself. I think he was looking for a barrel there. It just didn't show, but a nice length to ride, spinning his way through to the inside section. He'll be looking for some sort of aerial maneuver. Nice air tweak, rolls it through. That's a good score for Kingy, I think. Currently in first position, looking to replace a 1.0, which that definitely will do. And about Dave Hubbard, he's up and riding.
Dave Hubbard, nice spin in the pocket right there, coming around the section. Nice whitewash face, but really not much there for David Hubbard, a.k.a. Dub. So he kicks out, and back to the lineup he goes. So, again, the Navy divers out the back on that boat on the outside, just keeping tabs on what's happening underneath the water for these competitors. Currently in the water, in white, Damian King, in blue, Yoan Florentin, in red, Gilherme Tamega, and in yellow, David Hubbard.
Yeah, look, here we have in the red, GT up and riding. It's only his second wave again. Oh, nice. Oh, he doesn't stick it. Very uncharacteristic for GT. Tough conditions out there, a lot of water moving, a little bit of a wind, and you'd expect GT to normally land those. Unfortunately, didn't work for him today, but still 12 minutes to go. Anything can happen, but he would be disappointed. There we see the trialist Sam Bennett with the tour manager, Terry McKenna. He does a great job, Taz. He's been around for a long time. Puts a lot of heart and his own time, but gives us a little bit of break wall there from Sam Bennett. But back on Terry, said he spends a lot of time. But before we do, there we go. Dave Hubbard finds it right, but doesn't want it. He kicks out.
It looks nice when the guys drop in on these right-handers. It almost looks offshore, and I think a lot of the guys are really trying to find these right-hand waves because it's a cleaner wave, and the section on the inside is coming right at you, so it's going to make, it's a good area for big maneuvers, big lip maneuvers. So the rights will be looked at by a lot of these competitors.
Yeah, no, it was I think we said earlier a couple of high-scoring waves have been landed on the rights. Jared Houston got, I think, almost one of the highest-scoring waves of the competition so far. Look, Sam Bennett, he's straight down there. He's got
how's his hairdo?
Yeah, he's a cool cat. No, he's only young, but gee, he's got some talent. Big boy too. But he's one of the new generation out of Port Macquarie. He'd be watching his man Kingy out there, looking for some tips. And but here we have GT.
Whoa.
Finds a little pocket underneath, but a little bit. And Damian King out the back.
Wow.
Manny, what do we got here?
Well, it's Gilherme Tamega making it happen on the inside, and Kingy on the outside, a little bigger wave, trying to make something happen, finds a little section, goes for a roll, and finishes off with a reverse spin on the face. But Gilherme on that inside, I don't know how he pulled that off, but he got a barrel, pulled into another barrel, and just forced his way out with a roll. And here's another look at Gilherme Tamega's wave.
Again, just fighting his way around the crumbling lip, and he finds a pocket out of nowhere, comes out of there, but unfortunately it closes out on him. He rolls, and he does come out of that, so the judges might like that. Look, and then behind him straight away, back-to-back action, Damian King. Nice, gets up there, nice roll. Probably not as much projection as he likes, but gets nice arm extension, lands it, and continues to ride through. We haven't seen a lot of that in the competition so far because of the tough conditions, so it'll be interesting to see how the judges score that, but in my eyes, it should be a keeper for Kingy. So he's trying to replace a 4.5, maybe not. And look, there we have Jake Stone pimping it out in the jacuzzi in the riders area. Magno's still in there, does he?
Magno's been in there since he got here this morning. He's coming up next. You're going to see, actually, no, Magno was out there in heat number 3, so now he's relaxing, chilling out for his next heat coming up later on today. Taking a look, currently out in the water, these are the standings.
Yeah, we have Damian King with 9.5 minutes to go. Damian King's leading with a 10.5. You'll see he's got the highest scoring wave of the heat with a 6.0. GT jumps into second place, the Brazilian, with a 7.75. He needs a 6.25 to replace Kingy. And then we still have Yoan Florentin, the local boy, wild card, in third place, needs a 5.26. And there's Kingy, bang, nice section on the right. Oh, then Dave Hubbard. Well, it's all happening out there.
Bodies flying everywhere, left and right. Trying to catch all the action is nearly impossible, but the guys here are making it happen. So on the inside, that was Kingy, and on the outside on that wave exchange was David Hubbard. So, whew.
Yeah, I didn't see neither of those waves there. Many there's just caught a glimpse, but it looks like they weren't great scoring waves for either of the riders. Kingy tried to go right, found a section. Not sure if he rode through, but we may see a replay here. And here we go. There's the ride. He got up high, bangs it right, and I think he gets caught up in the foam a little bit. Oh no, there he goes. He did land. I'm not sure if he rides out. No, it just gets gobbled up. There's a lot of, it's quite shallow there, Manny, in that right, and a lot of water moving and very hard to land. So I don't think that'll replace his 4.5, but we'll wait and see. And then Dave Hubbard. We saw him shoot off on the left, and it was a bit funky. He busted a move up high on the wave, and again, I just don't think it was clean enough to get what he needs. He needs an 8.0 to jump into first, or a 5.25 to jump into second, and unfortunately, I don't think he'll achieve either of those with that wave. But there we have the boys for the next heat. We have there we have Dave Winchester. Only flew in late last night. And we've got a competitor, the local Maxime Gatou, with a hat on.
He's got a hat to protect himself from the sun. I mean, I think he knows something that we don't know. Just using everything he has in his arsenal to protect himself from the sun, including this cool little hat. So we're gonna see if that hat stays on him in his next heat coming up.
Yeah, he showed a lot of form in the trials, Manny. So he'll be a real threat. But he's got some talent in these heat with him there. You've got Ben Player, who, the constant competitor. I think nobody wants him in your heat. And before we do, here's the local boy, Yoan Florentin, picks off a nice one.
Little bumpy, little choppy. The wind is still, having an effect on these left-hand waves, but these guys are, punching through these little bumps and making things happen. So Yoan Florentin do Réunion Island. Nice wave right there. Nice roll on the outside. And but that's it. That's all he's got. He needs a 2.5 to get into that second place spot, so that could be it.
You'd think so. Unfortunately, he didn't complete the spin at the end, but they said it was a nice move in the pocket earlier on, so I think there will definitely be enough for him to jump into second place. And at the moment, 6.5 minutes to go. Damian King still out in first place. GT in second, maybe about to be surpassed by the local Yoan Florentin, and Dave Hubbard will be sitting in fourth position, I believe, once these scores drop, but let's wait and see. Still 6 minutes to go. Plenty of action, plenty of waves caught in this heat, but with the highest score of a 6, and here's Dave Hubbard. Looks like he's picked up a nice one. Looks like he's right across the reef there. You can see it bubbling as he goes across. Not working. Oh,
wow.
Very nice.
Nice move right there from David Hubbard on the inside. Again, not a lot of people can do that and make it look that easy. In fact, I didn't think he was going to make it back in front of that wave. But David Hubbard, one of the most consistent riders on the tour, making moves look easy. And here's another look of his last wave.
Yeah, look, as you said, if you look closely, you can see the water bubbling. It's very shallow, but he pops it nice, banks it, good style, and just sticks it at the end. But yeah, good air spin. Look, he's got to be happy with that. He rode through. He needs a 5.76 to jump into first place, and that may be enough to do that, Manny, with 5 minutes to go. Let's see what the judges think. But 5.76 Dave Hubbard's looking for. As I said, he's just, as we said earlier, Manny, he's such a talent, and he's so unpredictable. Like we just saw there, he can bust a move when you least expect it and jump straight back through. But the scores have just dropped. Dave Hubbard back to 10.3, moves into second place. Not enough to displace Kingy from the first place, but Dave Hubbard, you've known him for a long time.
Yeah, Dub actually is one of those guys who just set his sights on being a world champ in the prone division. He is, he holds a title in the Drop Knee World Tour, and he was happy, content. Now he wants to get a world title in the prone division. This is the tour that he's really focusing on. And you know what? He's been very fortunate. Pretty consistent showing. And here he is in the first heat, right behind King in second place.
Yeah, 10.5 versus 10.3, so there's not a lot in it. He only needs a 4.96 to jump into first place. And so with just over 4 minutes remaining, it's going to be an interesting finish. Very close. Look, anybody can take first position here. I said that, GT only needs a 6.25, Yoan Florentin a 5.26, or Dave Hubbard a 4.96. King is frantically asking for a score update there. Hopefully the commentator get on, but a little bit more relaxed for the guys in the VIP area. Jared Houston just watching closely with his South African Brews behind him. And there we have the scores coming up. 3 minutes 45. Damian King first, Dave Hubbard second, Yoan Florentin third, and GT in fourth. They stand all very close. Look, a 5 or 6 from any of these riders will see them jump into first position. So let's see what nature presents and what they can do with it. But as you saw, Kingy frantically asking for an update from the beach announcer because he's nervous. He knows that he might be in first place, but it's very close, and he wants to hold on to first place. So it'll be interesting to see what strategies are used here. We have a priority system. How Kingy uses the priority system will be very interesting. But look, 3 minutes to go. There's some waves, Manny, and Dave. Whoa! That will be enough. He only needed a 4.96, and I think with that sort of projection, Manny, it's safe to say he's into first position with 3 minutes to go.
Well, you can hear the crowd erupt. Well, I don't know if you could hear it, but we heard it here in the commentator's booth, and the crowd just went absolutely berserko on Dave Hubbard's big aerial assault on the inside. But look at this. Gilherme Tamega, GT in the red jersey.
2 spins, looking for the second. He's found the pocket every time. Oh, he's just a little bit out of sorts today, GT. He said 2 nice spins, but he just couldn't get his timing or positioning right for that end section, and he needs a 6.25, and I don't think that'll present itself there, but it's all about Dave Hubbard's last wave. He needed a 4.96 to jump into first place, and I'd be very surprised if he doesn't secure that many. So 2 minutes 10 remaining, and here we have the replay. Bang, look at that.
Yeah, full air drop, elevator drop right there. At least 6-8 foot drop, lands perfectly. David Hubbard, he is very pumped on this wave. You'll see him claim it right there, making sure the judges, hey, did you see that? Make sure I get full points on that big air invert maneuver. Again, the right hands, the wind is blowing into the right-handed wave, so the lips are more defined, and a section coming at you, you're going to get nice scoring waves. Look at this on the outside, Damian King.
King is just, his trademark carved a spin. Look, he loves riding in the pocket, looking for a section here. He needs something nice there. Look, Dave Hubbard's jumped into first. Kingy needs a 6.81 to replace the leading position. And look, he didn't complete that. So unfortunately, I don't think that'll be enough for Kingy. He's frantically holding on to second place with just over a minute to go. Hopefully he can hold on to second place. But at the moment, I don't think that wave will be enough to change the current position. So 1 minute to go. GT, a little bit out of sorts, needs an 8.55, but here we have the local boy, Yoan Florentin. Oh, before we do, it's Dave Hubbard. Oh, there we go. Nice reverse by Yoan Florentin. He only needs let's have a look. He needs a 6.6 on that wave to jump into second, or a 7.5 to jump into first place. Be interesting to see what the judges do with that. A frantic finish to the heat, Manny, but look, it looks like 30 seconds to go. Scores dropping all over the place. How did you see it?
Well, Yoan Florentin, the local, getting the crowd on their feet, and the commentator on the beach commentator, doing everything he can to get everybody pumped up for this local rider, Yoan Florentin, and a nice air reverse maneuver right there from the local boy. So we're going to wait for that score to drop on the outside. Uncharacteristically, looking from behind is Gilherme Tamega, just now just piecing together anything that he can do on that wave. But Gilherme he likes to be out in front the entire time. So being in fourth place almost through the entire heat is something he's going to have to work on coming into the next round.
Yeah, as I said, very uncharacteristic. Just hasn't got his timing right today. I saw him out in the water yesterday, and he was surfing beautifully. So it's just, you know.
Manny, I'm down here with Dave Hubbard, the winner of the last heat. Congratulations, Dave. First your brother, now you. The runs in the family winning, hey?
Yeah, stoked. It's our chance to say hi to our family watching on the webcast. Hi back home.
How's that aeroverse you did?
Oh, it worked out. I was a little concerned if I was going to come back in front of the wave, and luckily pulled it off, and I needed those points. I was last at that point in the heat, so that helped me get some points on the board, yeah.
And you've been here quite a while now. How long have you been here in Reunion?
Coming up on a month, like at least 3 weeks here. So I've been getting a lot of waves and enjoying the sights and sounds, and it's a beautiful island.
Yeah, you should come here one day, people. All right, but anyway, back to you, Manny.